Hello guys, this is Nicholas and today we are going to talk about simple present. Remember that when we talk about simple present, we talk about activities and routines, okay? For example, I wake up, I go to school, I eat breakfast, I watch TV, I speak with my mother. These are some examples for activities and routines. For this video, I used these three examples, these three verbs. What is verb number one? Cook. How about number two? Study. And number three, spend time with friends or speak with friends can be too. Now, remember that when we talk about simple present, we have two auxiliaries, auxiliary do and auxiliary does. So let's start with auxiliary do. When we have the auxiliary do is because we talk about plural or we use the subject pronouns we, you, they, and the exception I. Remember that the auxiliary negative is don't, okay? So this is the formula for you to remember when you have an interrogative sentence. So we have WH question, auxiliary do, the person or the subject pronouns, the verb, remember the verbs we study, cook, study, spend time with friends, and the complement. For example, what do you cook? What do you cook? Very good. Or what do we study? What do we study, guys? Yes, we study English. Okay. What do your friends do? What do your friends do? So remember that this is plural because we are talking about friends. Okay? Friends. Very good. Now we continue with the negative sentence. The negative sentence is person, auxiliary negative. And do you remember what is the auxiliary negative? Yes, is don't. So, next we continue with verb and complement. There we go. This is one example. I don't cook in my house. I don't cook in my house. Other example is we don't speak English in the class. Of course, this is one of our rules. So, other example can be we don't watch TV. Okay? Very good. Let's continue with affirmative sentences. This is the formula. So we have person, verb, and complement. And this is like we're speaking Spanish. For example, I study Italian. Yo estudio italiano. I study Italian. I study in the university. I speak with my boyfriend. Or I speak with my girlfriend. Okay? Remember, this is super easy. You just need to follow these formulas for you to organize your ideas and communicate your ideas too. Let's continue with the auxiliary das. We use the auxiliary das with singular. It means that when we use the subject pronouns she, he, or it. And also remember the auxiliary negative that is doesn't. For the formula for the interrogative sentence is WH question. Remember that WH questions are optionals in these sentences. Okay? You can say, do you play soccer? ¿Tú juegas fútbol? Do you play soccer? This is optional. Okay? Then we continue with the auxiliary. Then we have the person or the subject pronoun. Then we have the verb, the complement, and always remember the question mark. One example of this one can be what does Sharin do? Very good. Or what does Ivan study? Excellent. Now, let's continue with the negative form. For the negative, this is the formula. Person, negative, auxiliary negative. And what is the auxiliary negative when we talk about one person or one object? Doesn't. Very good. Doesn't. And then we continue with verb and complement. For example, Ivan doesn't pay attention. Ivonne no presta atención. Okay? Andrés doesn't work in the quarantine. Andrés no trabaja en la cuarentena. Okay? Or Nicolás doesn't go to the school. Nicolás no va al colegio. Very good. And for the affirmative, you just need to pay attention to the verb, because when you don't have the auxiliary in the sentence, the verb changes, and changes because of two reasons. Remember, when you don't have the auxiliary in the sentence, and when you're talking about one object or one person. Okay, so these are the rules. So rule number 1: the verbs ending with es, with the verbs ending with x, ch, and sh, you add es. For example, fix, fixes. ¿Ok? Fix es arreglar. Entonces, como termina en x, se agrega es. Los verbos que terminan en x, en ch y sh, se les agrega es. So, fixes, arreglar. One example, Andrés fixes the car. Okay? Super easy. Remember, watch, watch. So, ending with ch, you add es, watches. For example, Lorena watches TV. Or wish, which is desear. Wish, wishes. Lorena wishes a good job. Lorena desea un buen trabajo. Okay? And we use, this is the second rule, and is the verbs ending with w. I'm sorry, with y. So this is the verb study. It finishes with y, study. But before we have a consonant, so we eliminate the y and we write ies, studies. Okay? Remember, in Spanish, los verbos que terminan en y y anterior a esta letra hay una consonante, se elimina la y y se escribe ies. One example, Fabián studies English. Okay? Or try, which is the verb tratar. Remember, termina en y, la anterior es una consonante, se elimina la y y queda tries. One example for this is Lorena tries to study English. Okay, this is the second rule. And rule number 3, we have some exceptions that you need to remember. We have the verb go, which is ir. We have the verb have, tener. And we have the verb do, hacer. So the verb go ends up with goes. Have, has, do, does. Let's practice. For example, my dog plays in the park. Okay? Fabian buys an apartment. Lorena invites Fabián to a party. It means that los que no siguen estas reglas, a todos los verbos cuando hablamos de una persona o un objeto y no tiene el auxiliar, a los verbos se les agrega S, los que no cumplen estas reglas. ¿Listo? So, mi perro juega en el parque. My dog plays in the park. Fabián buys an apartment. Lorena invites Fabián to a party. Okay? One example for go is, for example, Camila goes to the school. Camila va al colegio. Okay? Or Andrés tiene una regla. Andrés has a ruler. Okay? Or Sebastián hace las tareas. Sebastián does the homework. Okay? Very good. We are going to have some more practice in class. This is a video for you to remember information, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.